Peace in the galaxy was fragile, held together by treaties written in a dozen languages and enforced by a council that barely understood half the species it governed. But in the outer rim, far from the polished halls of diplomacy, danger grew like a shadow no one wanted to acknowledge. The Velari, a gentle insectoid species known for their artistry and pacifism, sent the first warning. Their colonies were burning. Their fleets had vanished. Something was moving through their space, silent, merciless, unstoppable. They called for help, not to the council, not to their neighbors, not to their allies. They called humanity, the unseen enemy. The Velari message reached her through a trembling, broken signal, half scrambled, but horrifying enough to understand. Help! They consume everything. No survivors. Please, humanity, please answer. The Velari had no military, no soldiers, no defenses capable of resisting what attacked them. They were a civilization of artists, architects, engineers, gardeners, peaceful to the point of naivety. Humanity did not hesitate. Within hours, the United Earth Armada mobilized. The humans knew what it meant when a pacifist species begged for help. The enemy had already crossed every line, and that meant vengeance. Humanity arrives. The first human fleet exited FTL above Velari orbit, and saw a nightmare. Cities scorched, orbitals shattered, space filled with drifting debris and the remains of ships that had never fired a shot. The enemy was still there. The Ravuun Harvesters, a species of parasitic warforms that fed on biomass and left only silence behind. Human Admiral Lara Hale stared at the devastation. This wasn't a battle, she said. It was a massacre. And that was all humanity needed to know. Vengeance begins. The human fleet attacked without mercy. Ravuun warforms moved in swarms, fast, aggressive, overwhelming. They expected another helpless species. They expected fear. Instead, they met humans who fought with precision, rage, and the kind of coordinated fury that only comes from defending someone smaller, weaker, and innocent. Human battleships carved through Ravuun formations. Fighters darted through the enemy's organic vessels, ripping them apart from within. Ground teams deployed on burning Velari colonies, rescuing survivors while eliminating every Ravuun organism that crawled, flew, or screamed. For the first time in centuries, the Ravuun encountered prey that fought back. And humanity didn't just fight, they punished. The Velari learned who humans truly are. Velari survivors, trembling and half in shock, watched as humans drove back the Ravuun with terrifying efficiency. They approached a human medic named Seaquin, their antennae shaking. "You came," the Velari whispered. "Why? You owe us nothing." Sea only smiled, wiping soot from her face. "Someone hurt you. That's enough." Word spread quickly across the Velari networks. Humans had answered a call the galaxy ignored. Humans fought a war that wasn't theirs. Humans defended a people who couldn't defend themselves. And the Velari realized why other species feared humans. The same fire that made them dangerous also made them heroic. The war expands. As more human fleets arrived, they traced Ravuun attacks across several star systems. The signature was unmistakable, total consumption. But the Ravuun had miscalculated. They expected humanity to defend a single planet. Instead, humanity launched a galactic counteroffensive. Human scouts identified Ravuun hive ships, harvesting worlds light years away from Velari space. Humanity didn't just intercept them, they hunted them. Every destroyed colony added fuel to humanity's fury. Every survivor rescued strengthened their resolve. Every Ravuun hive destroyed spread fear among the harvesters. The tide of battle turned. The turning point. Human intelligence discovered a massive Ravuun hive queen in the Asker Nebula, directing the attacks. If she fell, the entire swarm might collapse. Admiral Hale convened her commanders. "We're ending this," she said. The plan was brutal, brilliant, and entirely human. The fleet plunged into the nebula, sensors crippled by dense ion storms, but humans were used to fighting blind. They adapted. Ravuun warforms swarmed the human ships. Biolancers pierced hulls. Organic drones latched onto cruisers. It was a chaotic, savage clash. And then humanity unleashed its secret weapon. The Aelios Lance, a superheated piercing beam designed for planet cracking. It carved through the nebula, through Ravuun ships, through flesh and chitin and armor, straight into the Brood Queen. Her death shuddered through the swarm like a scream. Every Ravuun organism froze, then collapsed. The Harvesters had been decapitated. Humanity had won. The galaxy reacts. News of humanity's victory spread faster than the Ravuun ever had. The Council scrambled to explain why they had ignored the Velari distress signals. Other species nervously reviewed their own treaties and alliances with Earth. But the Velari had only one reaction: gratitude. In a ceremony broadcast across a dozen systems, the Velari High Speaker addressed the humans. "We will tell every generation this story. When we were dying, humanity came. When no one else answered, you did. And when you fought not for glory, but for us." Humanity bowed their heads in respect. But the Council and surrounding empires whispered a different message. If humanity fights like this for strangers, imagine what they'd do for themselves. Fear mixed with reverence across the galaxy. Humanity didn't conquer. Humanity didn't demand tribute. Humanity didn't seize territory. Humanity simply ensured the Ravuun never harmed anyone again. The new legend. The Velari created a tablet, an artistic masterpiece carved in shimmering crystal, depicting humans standing before a fallen Ravuun hive. It was titled, "The Day Humanity Answered," because that's what the story had become. A legend, a promise, a warning. Whenever a species wondered whether humanity would help them, the Velari answered, "Call them. If you're innocent, they will come. And if your enemies follow, pray for mercy, because humanity won't give them any."